Today, we are here to follow the money, quite literally, in terms of people and talent. I'm Subhashni, and I am from this organization called Pexitex, People Excellence Indicator Analytics. We specialize in insights and analytics for people and talent management. And if you have such requirements, you are trying to work with data and numbers, do reach us. We'd be happy to engage. I've often had CHROs tell me, senior people in the HR department tell me that people don't, in business especially, don't take them very seriously. And today I do hope, with this understanding of employee costs as a ratio to total expenses and employee costs as a ratio to total revenue, we can understand how human resources impacts and people and talent decisions impact the organization's expenses and revenues. It would give you confidence and it should enable you to talk with confidence to business using numbers. So I've taken data from 2019 to 2023, and the industries considered are banking, ITES, auto, and oil. The data is from TCS, Wipro, SBI, ICICI Bank, Tata Motors, Maruti Suzuki, Reliance Industries, and Adani Enterprises. When you look at the employee costs as a ratio of the total expenses of the organizations, it is very interesting to see that these costs can vary anywhere from 67% to 1%. So, the range is 70% of the expenses coming from people to 1% of the expenses coming from people. You can, of course, have understood that the ITES segment has the highest ratio, with 64 to 67% of the expenses going to employee costs. Uh, Banking is at 12 to 18%. Auto is somewhere in 4 to 6%, while Industries and Adani Enterprises are at around 1%. I mean, just look at that range. Okay. So this is a very important metrics. You should calculate it. It's easy to get. Everyone has to do the declaration of employee costs in their P&L. So just go ahead and look at this metrics for your organization and your competitors. When you look at employee costs as a percentage of total revenues, of course, are the earnings of the firm. We find again that in a TCS, they actually spend about 49% of what they earn on employees. In a Wipro, 53%. SBI and ICICI, the banks, 9 to 16%. In Tata Motors and Maruti Suzuki, it's around 4 to 6%, while in Reliance Industries, Adani Enterprises, it's at 1%. So again, a huge variation, and it is important for you to look at these numbers for yourself as compared to your competitors and other allied industries. Going back to the employee cost versus total expenses, you would have noticed that for TCS and Wipro, this ratio had actually increased quite a lot in 21, because in that year, COVID had stuck and businesses had gone down, right? So how did I calculate it? I'll just take you in a minute to my calculation. This is my calculation sheet. I have taken out from the P&L of each of these organizations the employee benefit expenses, the total expenses and total revenues, and just done a simple divide. Yes, that's how easy it is. Just takes a bit of effort to get all the data together. But then after that, this is an invaluable metrics. It tells you that for each of these sectors, how important is the people function. Have an idea of how the ratios look for different industries. As I mentioned earlier, do try it out for your own organization and your competitors. And if you do need help, reach us. We are always happy for a discussion.